cloak of night was over London Airport. Well, it happens every night, but not this way. Sleep claimed the girls at last. They dreamt of their heroes winging the Atlantic. Go on, go to sleep. They'll soon be here. Dawn on the greatest day the airport ever knew. Great to be alive. To be young and a Beatle fan, just heaven. Imagine waking up on the day they've longed for. Within a few hundred yards of the tarmac, the Beatles themselves were soon to tread. Glitter? There was a bit. Get a good place with a perfect view before you're crowded out by all the fans arriving now. She's coming in, that Boeing that brings the world-famous tour. Right now, the most famous that ever came to London Airport. Excitement? There'd never been anything like this. Ready for yet more pictures of the best-known faces in the world, 9/10 of Fleet Street's photographers. Jet Clipper Beatles, named for the occasion. Go on, scream, they're here. George, John, Paul and Ringo, the monarchs of Merseyside Sound. Was it any wonder the seagulls on the nearby reservoir flew off in hysterics? You reckon those crush barriers will stand the strain? Never mind crush barriers, the Beatles fans would smash the sound barrier. The Beatles haven't a chance of leaving the airport just yet. In the VIP lounge, there's an army of press, newsreel, radio and TV interviewers waiting to ask them a question or two.
The fans obviously enjoyed it over there. I assume the press enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was marvellous. Yeah, everything. Every bit of it was a knockout.
Even the work?
Yeah, we enjoyed it. It was different. Yeah. Working in different places with the audience all around us, and it was a novelty.
What impressed you most about the place? You have time to take anything in properly?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I enjoyed the sun in Miami most of all. Healthy.
You're the healthy one before.
No, but the sun was sort of
very healthy.
Yeah, very healthy.
Did you have a chance to get away from anybody at any time on the trip?
Yeah.
You got away from me twice.
What did you most like about the trip, Ringo?
Oh, I just loved all of it, especially Miami. The sun, I didn't know what it meant until I went over there.
Did you ever have a chance, John, to just get away on your own without anybody recognising you?
We borrowed a couple of millionaires' houses, Well,
we did.
You could afford to buy a couple of millionaires' houses, couldn't you?
John, we'd sooner borrow them, it's cheaper.
What about the Beatles styles, all these wigs, and suits and things? Are they catching on over
there?
Yeah,
they're selling
15 million a day.
I hear anyway that the four of you are going to be millionaires by the end of the year.
That's nice.
Have you got time? Have you got time to actually spend this money?
What money?
You get money as well.
Doesn't he give any to you?
No. You seen that car of his?
You're fired.
One of the things you did was visit Clay. One of the things you did was visit Cassius Clay.
He's a big lad.
Who's going to win? Clay Liston.
I'll win him.
Well,
it all depends, you see. If you go to his gym, you have to say he wins. And if you go to Liston's gym, you say Liston will win.
Yeah. What about, is there any intention for you to go back to America or, in fact, join the brain drain in a big guitar drain and stay there?
We'd like to go back, but we wouldn't stay there. We love England.
Surely the patience of the 12,000 fans must be pretty well exhausted. But the interviews are all over now. Casualties are few, and the idols of Liverpool, Great Britain, Europe and America will be on view once again before they leave the airport.
But I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will. I'll get you in the end. Oh, yeah. I think about you night and day.
Here they come, and it's up to our police to show how wonderful they themselves are by getting the Beatles into their car, each all in one piece.
blue. So I'm telling you, my friend, that I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will, I'll get you in the end. Oh, yeah.
Car insurance policies will have to have a new escape clause. Not liable if you meet the Beatles. Well, welcome back, Beatles. You had a marvelous trip and a homecoming such as nobody's had before. What a day it was at Adelaide Airport. Arriving to meet the citizens were John Lennon, two other Beatle regulars, and Jimmy Nicol. Paul McCartney was on the beat as usual. Jimmy, of course, was deputising for Ringo Starr, who had been too ill to travel at the same time, but was coming along later.
I see it. It must be ashtray.
Paul, what do you expect to find here in Australia?
Australians.
You're going to be right. Do you have any acknowledged leader of the group?
No, not really.
Have you been practicing up your Australian accents?
No, Colin, not at all. We can't get it, you know.
If there are only three things you could do in Australia, what would they be?
Well, I don't know, really.
Well, I've been talking all the time.
First of all, I think I'd like to tie me kangaroo down sport. Then,
Well,
son of
Matilda.
rise. Yeah.
Are you individually millionaires yet?
No, that's another lousy room. I wish we were.
Brian Epstein a millionaire.
No, even he's not one, poor fellow.
Where does all the money go?
Well, a lot of it goes to Her Majesty.
She's a millionaire.
Everywhere in the world, the Beatles get the same welcome. Now over to Sydney to greet Ringo. The arrival of the #1 drummer, you can see why he's called Ringo, brought the Beatles up to full strength. Thousands more girls made happy. The koala bear showed with that Aussie-wise, Ringo's with it. On now to catch up with the rest of the group. So Adelaide laid on another reception. At the hotel, they had to come onto the balcony. These intercontinental Mersey beat missiles have hit Australia for a pop 6. Before long, they'll be sighing for new worlds to conquer.
you like about the Beatles, anyway?
I like their music and the way they dress and their hair and their looks.
They look like girls to me.
They do not.
They're so different. It's nothing like we're used to. You don't see any long-haired boys in New York City, certainly. So,
well, would you want to see long-haired boys in New York?
I'd love it.
Is that a Beatle haircut you've got?
Yes.
How'd you work it out?
Well, I just let my hair flop around until it's all messy.
What do your parents say about it?
They don't like it.
Kids having long hair was the first outward sign of an inward change. It was a break with their parents, and parents didn't like it. As more American kids began to imitate the Beatles, grown-ups hit the roof. Boys got kicked out of school for wearing boots, tight pants, and growing their hair.
Quite like that had ever happened universally. Whichever country you went to, you found it happening.
On February 7, 1964, Pan Am Yankee Clipper Flight 101 rolls into JFK Airport. On board are 4 musicians from Liverpool, England. 3,000 American fans had turned out to greet the Beatles.
Ringo, George, John. Can we have a last John.
Their single, I Want to Hold Your Hand, has just hit the top of the American charts, where it will stay for 7 weeks.
No, it's not true.
Their British humor charms the hordes of reporters.
Did you hope to get a haircut at all? No, thanks. I had one yesterday. That's no lie. It's true.
Their mod suits and bowl haircuts give them a rebellious look. They're adored by the girls.
Oh, I want to kiss one of them. I love them.
Boys are equally enraptured by this new sound and style. On February 9th, hundreds line up to see the Beatles on The Ed Sullivan Show. And more than 73 million tune in to watch. They play concerts in Washington, New York, and Miami before returning home on February 22nd. The Beatles embodied the youth revolution spreading across America.